Welcome everyone to the PJ's Cast. I'm your host Pierce, alongside of my good pal Dylan. So today is a very special day. It is the 4-year anniversary of the PJ's Cast. Woo!
Let's
Wish
go.
we had some sound effects so I could play the reggae horn. So we'll just do it ourselves. We got to go back to 2014 and have like the MLG montages with like the sunglasses, the Mountain Dew, the Doritos. My hope will never die.
Wow. It's like all coming back as soon as he said that song.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
like the Ratatouille meme.
Oh my god.
Flashes
Literally.
back 10 years. So speaking going back in time, before we get into, talk about hockey and all that stuff, we'll get to it. I want to talk about what for you have been some of your favorite memories on this show. It's crazy. Started this in 2020, I think exactly a month after COVID hit, like all sports leagues shut down. That would have been 20, so early 2020, like that was the year after I graduated. And it's like I can't believe like I was 19 when I started that. I've grown so much. We've gone through so much. Going like starting the podcast, I started with Rose, but we rotated through so many people. And like you remember Vinny, you remember old, Charles, like they were on the show, but we had Reagan on a few times, but I feel like once we had you on the live stream of the 1 year anniversary for the trade deadline. I'm like, oh, there's our final piece. It's appropriate for the trade deadline. And yeah, we've had a lot of great guests on, a lot of great memories. I'm just thinking of all the recurring guests we've had, a lot of the one-offs. So I just want to hear from your end, like what have been some of your favorite moments and being on this podcast?
Yeah, call me the Marion host of the podcast. Got
For
picked up
real,
right
put
from the
us over the
run.
top.
Literally.
Yeah.
No,
Except you didn't get like 62 million or whatever it was. I can't remember how
I
much it was.
wish. Don't worry, that DraftKings money's coming eventually. But
Okay, Shohei's interpreter. No.
oh my gosh.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
there's a lot of great memories at the show. Like I've lived in 3 different states doing this show, which is crazy to think
That's
about.
right.
Um I mean obviously like the Nashville trip, the Montreal trip, all special. I literally was just talking about the Montreal trip to someone today at work. Um just stuff you will never forget. A lot of the interviews we've done have been amazing. Obviously, like Emily Kaplan.
That'll always be at the top for me, but just getting to interview such a wonderful person in person, like
Oh
nothing
yeah,
will ever top that. And the best part was like her making the time for that. It's so awesome.
for
We
sure.
love Emily Kaplan.
And like to have the trust of a lot of good beat writers to have them on the show, and they're okay with taking time out of their busy schedules. Like that's a big thing. I think every time that happens, like every time we have like a Scott Powers on, or Ben Pope, or like we just had Mitch Brown on, like that's a big deal. Like to get a guy who's that in with the business to take time out of their day just to speak with us, like it's
Rich Brown saying he listens to our show sometimes.
yeah, right.
Crazy.
Like it's a crazy thought when you think about it. And then there's just like there's great funny moments over the years. Like I think the collective reaction to Nolan Allen getting picked is like all
Oh
time.
Jesus. I don't have that clip. Someone's gonna have it
I
though.
have it. I have it on Twitter. Q sent it to me like
Oh
years ago.
Jesus.
But yeah, that's one. Another one that comes to mind obviously is the draft lottery, because I feel like you could just slowly watch both of us like get, because like we were both pretty tame the whole time, and then all
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden the top five happened. I think we both started equally shitting a brick.
You were ahead of me, and like you were just going batshit crazy as one should with that happening. I'm just like, I think they won the lottery, and I'm like, do I cheer now?
Two eyes
Like it's so,
cheering.
like it's funny that my like reaction is 2 or 3 seconds late, and like that's always been like that's another. I remember when we were watching like streaming playoff games too, that when Mike Smith let in the goal from
Yep.
center ice, like all our reactions were delayed by 5 seconds. Yeah, I know.
It was
But
like
to me, it made it more funnier.
oh, it did, because everyone that the first person saw it, which was you, and you
Mm-hmm.
reacted, and we're all just like, "Oh God, what happened?" And then I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And then Jacob saw it, and then I think MP saw it, and it was just like, "Holy smokes!" Because I think Reagan like just got off, right? I'm pretty sure like she
Yeah.
went to bed and then
Mm-hmm.
saw freaking. Oh my God!
Guys, what did I miss?
Literally.
Chaos.
Literally.
It's
Yeah,
sort of like a
this-
Scooby-Doo thing. It's like, guys, you're gonna want to see this. Opens up the door. Zoinks! Jinkies!
Obviously there's a couple of good Reddit stories in there. I think the one about like deleting this Animal Crossing with Jacob was recently a good one that I still think about. That was funny. There's
The pegging one where he like confesses to his girlfriend he wants to be pegged.
Oh man, what a time for that guy.
For real.
Yeah,
I just died in your arms tonight.
those are just some of my favorite moments to name a few, though, for sure. Like just stuff that wasn't even on the podcast, like the amount of movies and shows that we've got to enjoy together because of this. Like I just immediately think of like I showed you the Boys finale. I basically held you at your will to watch it because I was like, "Hey, we're watching this after the draft, no matter what."
Yeah, we watched it after the draft too. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do it.
Okay.
Then we'll watch Spider-Man 2, and I'm pretty sure we watched Sausage Party the night before.
No, we watched. No, we didn't even watch Spider-Man 2. We watched Spider-Man 3.
No, sorry, Spider-Man 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was like,
which also happened to be on the TV when we got to the hotel in Chicago. Like, it's perfect. They know.
I just.
Oh shit.
Remember us being like, "Oh, it's 2020." I was just like, I was like, "No, it's Spider-Man time, bro. It's pizza time."
Pizza time.
Oh my god, yeah. Like,
you pay me in advance. Just quote the whole Spider-Man trilogy.
You showing Rose 2001 was awesome. Just
you know what? I was thinking
the
about
Blue Jays game. Like, come on, like.
Dude,
some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Some cool stuff.
Fucking me going through my Frank Fleming era when Luis Robert hit that three-run piss missile.
Not only did Luis Robert hit that shit, I called that and I called exactly where that thing was going. I looked at Rose. I was like, "See where that sign is over there? That's where this ball's going pretty soon."
Oh, he's nailing that. Yeah.
Boom.
But then my boy Vladdy hit like an Oppo taco when I like checked my Twitter. It's like, Joe Kelly would be a great addition to the Blue Jays bullpen. And then, yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, just doing the show, like being able to talk about sports, like pop culture, anything, and then like getting to meet you guys in person and share all those experiences together. Like it's truly awesome. Like just going back to 2018, I didn't even I think I met you on Twitter early 2018. I met Rose later on, and then like our group chat formed. We talked to a bunch of people. Like people have come and go, but it's also like I always get to talk to you. I get to talk to Rose sometimes. Hopefully she comes back to the show. Same with Reagan, even though she's busy, but we'll try to get her on soon. But yeah, it's amazing. I got friends in real life, guys, but it's nice to have some like other people I can just text about sports or whatever the hell else. Honestly.
For sure. It's been a great friendship that's formed over a stupid burnout. I say it all the time, and this podcast just summarizes it, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I don't know, amplifies it. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you know the point. You get the gist.
I get what you mean. Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking about because like we have our trip to Charlotte coming up. Well, I do. Boomer, and MP.
I live here.
Yeah, I actually already live here, guys.
Sorry, I hate to break it to you.
This is how you tell me. But yeah, we'll be in Charlotte. Like I'm thinking about what we're gonna do. Obviously, we're gonna watch the NFL draft together. Like I can't wait to see your guys' reactions. And you brought up I showed Rose 2001: A Space Odyssey earlier. I would love to show you 2001 in Charlotte, just because you fell asleep. Because I remember you had like a flight. You were just fucking exhausted, and
the jet lag caught me, unfortunately. But we'll definitely watch it while you're here. Oh man, that's on my
list.
It's
a Harry Potter meme. It's like what happened to him? The jet lag.
The jet lag, bro. Holy smokes. It was the jet lag coped with the fact that I drove 11 hours the day before.
Oh.
Yeah, there was that too.
That might be worse than the jet lag. I don't know for you, but
it just all hit me. But it was all right. It's all right. I just remember waking up to one of the sounds at one point in the movie, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I felt like a siren.
I said, yeah. I know exactly what part you're talking about. Like the movie, it can be so quiet, and then like the sounds just come out of nowhere. Same with the music. Yeah, it's
because Kubrick's a dog.
Yeah, he was a dog. But yeah, I'm looking forward. Like that's crazy. I got like one more week of work to finish, and then I have like a few days off to relax before I take my flight. Head to LAX, and then go to ATL afterwards,
Head
and
to
then
Lance.
to Atlanta, and then land in Atlanta, and then yeah, Connor's gonna pick a easy. I think he's coming from Alabama, and he's picking me and MP up. Then we'll stay in Charlotte for a few days, and then I'm going with Boomer to I think Birmingham, and then flying from Birmingham to Atlanta, then back to Edmonton. So got it all worked out. And of course, we're doing Vegas.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be a fun couple months.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Like the playoffs are pretty much in a week. We're gonna find out the draft lottery soon. The draft's coming up, and then even when that's all done, like we're gonna we were talking about last night. We're gonna have some great topics for some off-season podcasts. Like I'm really just thinking like we'll batch shoot it in a week, where like we do like a few in a week and just like release it over the summer.
For sure,
because those ones, it's like if we do the movie podcast, like a movie review, that's not like it's not like talking about a sports game that happened the other night. Like it doesn't have to be time, whatever the word is, but yeah. It's gonna be fun. There's always something to do. Yeah, and here's to another 4 years. We're serving another term, and then we might serve another term after that. We might break the amendment where it's only 2 terms.
FDR in this joint. Sorry, guys.
I was just gonna say we're gonna see how the next term goes, and then 2028 we might have to make our third run at it.
Oh my
it's God. Really nothing bad was happening.
Me saluting the third PJS cast election.
Bro, for real, I'm in my FDR arc. I can't believe you're gonna be my Harry Truman.
We're gonna get out of it. We gotta grate this depression. We're gonna make this depression great. Oh boy! All right. Ethan Del Mastro got called.
We got the new deal coming. Anyways, yeah. Let's talk about
Kyle Davidson to Colin Blackwell. We got the new deal coming.
For real. That's what it feels like. The Blackhawks the last couple of years feel like the old regime was Herbert Hoover, and then the new regime is FDR.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I mean, it is called the political justice system cast after all. That's what it stands for all along.
Political justice system cast. God fucking damn it.
Or if we're talking sex, like we can go penis jonk schlong cash, like whatever.
There's one scene in Austin Powers. That's literally our podcast.
Oh my! I was watching that the other day, where it's like it cuts to a new scene every time. Oh my God! Look at that wiener! Get your wieners here! And they're like at a ball game, and it's oh my God! Look at those balls! 2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, Austin Powers is so funny, dude.
We also watched that in Chicago.
Yeah, another funny.
I don't think it was the right one if it was in that movie.
I think it was the first one. But that's you are stunning.
So yeah, Ethan Del Mastro got called up. Good for him. We were talking about the Ice Hogs last episode, and right after Cole Gutman's out for 3 to 4 weeks. But the nice thing is that Ice Hogs do have a playoff spot clinched, and it's nice. And I think the Blackhawks had one more call up left, barring like any emergency call ups. So Ethan Del Mastro is very deserving of it. I think he's over half a point per game in the AHL as a first like full year defenseman. It's looking at we've mentioned this time and time again, but looking at the left side of the defense with Vlasic, Korchinski, even Kaiser going up recently and really playing well, and then you got Del Mastro in the next, Nolan Allen and Isaac Phillips. Even like it's one of them good problems to have. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what Del Mastro can do. He's going to be up for a few games, and then definitely go back to Rockford and help out with their playoff run.
Yeah, for sure, and it's a well-earned call-up. I think if he does well for a couple games, it's going to be interesting if he can have a good offseason, because I think he's got a real shot of making the team out of camp next year, just with his trajectory and how he's played in every level that he's been in since we drafted him. And funny. That draft was, we always looked at it and it was just like, what the hell were they doing in 2020 and 2021? Like the later round picks are starting to become a little fruitful from those drafts in ways that I wasn't really expecting. Like,
Yeah,
I know he's not the best player, but the fact that Isaac Phillips, I think, has played like 60 NHL games is insane.
Oh, you get that out of your 5th round pick from the COVID year, like
Yep.
crazy. That's a very good find, I must say.
Exactly. And like I think Del Mastro was a very good find as well. Like Wyatt Kaiser's, I think, another one that he's shown flashes.
Yeah, 3rd round pick. Del Mastro is a 4th round pick. Again, all COVID years. This is when it's way more difficult to draft.
Yeah, and it's a positive to the development of what they're the Hawks are doing down there, because like we've seen it now with Vlasic, we're seeing it with Kaiser. That's
another one. Sorry, that's another one with Vlasic. Like took him in the 2nd round. You're like, maybe he could be something, but there's like other guys like potentially could attack, and now he's just like a legitimate shutdown top pair defense. Anyways, I'll let you.
No, you're right. No, you're 100% right. And he had flashes in the NHL 2 years prior. It was just like, no, we're putting you on this development path. We think this is going to be good for you to play these top minutes in the tough situations, and it has, because he's almost seamlessly transferred it to the NHL level, and as if not better than what anyone could have expected. And we always talked about like, oh, how's this team going to find their Hjalmarsson? Like they might have it on their hands right now.
And they have it already.
Yeah, you just
and if not, then you can. Yeah, and if not, then you can combine like Vlasic, Delmat, or whoever the hell else, and make like one Hjalmarsson with 2. Just make that your shutdown pairing.
Yeah, it's just a mountain of a pairing. Good Lord.
Rocky Mountain defense. Let's go.
Luke Richardson's just like the Vince McMahon gif of him just like, oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And just honestly, like, I'll swap freaking Del Mastro for Tenorti or Magna any day of the week. So maybe he gets chemistry with Korchinski. Who knows? That would be nice.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about Sam Renzel going up to Rockford as well. That I think that'll help him a lot. Yeah, just looking at the upcoming draft class, if they do go defenseman, I mean, I've been banging the drum for Lev Shunov, but man, Anton Silyayev or Sam Dickinson, just getting another big mobile defenseman. Don't care if you're left-handed, you can figure all that out. Just get more skilled big defenseman in there. We were talking about it last night, but I feel if they do somehow drop to 5, I feel that's the territory where they could maybe take a chance on a Silyayev or a Dickinson. But yeah, the defense, we've said it's coming into shape. Like next year, you can run Vlasic Jones. The numbers have looked good. Well, at least like they're shutting it down. Maybe they're not so much generating a lot of offense, but they're certainly shutting it down. I really think Chris Tanev would be perfect for Korchinski. I don't know if he wants to come here, but like just throw $7 million for 1 year or 2 years at Chris Tanev. And I was reading this article on The Athletic that Connor Bedard admired Chris Tanev growing up being a Canucks fan. I'm like, dude, that's your pitch right there. Go get Chris Tanev. It's so perfect because he's helped stabilize that defense in Dallas. He's played with Quinn Hughes in Vancouver, and then he kind of helped with Noah Hannafin when he was in Calgary. Like come to Chicago and help kind of, be what Nick Foligno has been to Connor Bedard, but for Kevin Korchinski now.
Yeah, that'd be good. I just wonder what Tanev's next contract is going to look like, and I wonder where he wants to go. That's going to be a very intriguing player come free agency. I just wonder if he gets 3 years, 4 years. He might get the Suter deal somewhere for all we know. Ooh. And it might be here. Who knows? He's going to be an interesting contract to watch come July for sure. And if the Hawks could get him, that's you solidified your right side for a couple of years. It's all vets. Mm-hmm. So when you have all kids on the left side, it's fine now.
Yeah.
It would give you
some flexibility. Force Renzel in there. Yeah.
Exactly. You can ease Renzel in. You can take a year or two in Rockford. It's not you don't have to fast track these players as much as you might have to with the forwards at times.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of speaking about the forwards. Landon Slaggert finally scored his first NHL goal. There was it was that game against Calgary where he had 2 grade A chances and couldn't score on any. He felt cursed. So even though it was an absolute stinker of a game against the Blues, which honestly they were kind of due for it. We were talking about it last night. Really, outside the first 5 minutes, I don't think they played that horribly. It's just when it rains, it pours for this team. Like it's never you just let one goal in. It's they let 2 or 3. Like it all happens in bunches. Like can't stop the bleeding, but yeah, Mrazek three goals, 3 shots. Not a pleasant sight, but I mean, yeah, whatever. Last few games of the season, like I don't think St. Louis is gonna make the play. Like the game is essentially meaningless. But yeah, it sucks having a game like that.
It's all right. I mean, it's the growing pains of having this team be so young in the most important parts. Speaking of the Hawks, also, it sounds like Frank Nazar and Ryan Green are going to make their decision today. So,
put it on the podcast.
That would be interesting. Yeah, for sure. If it could,
I know Boston University lost. Did Michigan lose as well?
Oh, Michigan got blanked by BC. It was bad. They were down 3-0 in the first.
Damn. Kind of like the Blackhawks the other night.
Roll, get wrecked. He's already prepared to be a Hawk.
But I'm pretty sure I saw a quote from Richardson on Nazar. I forget what it said, but I did see it.
Well, we'll have, and if he signs, we'll have one half of the Turbo Twins in the NHL, which would be great. I'm calling him and more of that now. Mitch Brown stuck that in my brain.
That is, and then you sign Tavo from Carolina, and they get another Turbo.
Triple Turbo. Oh man.
Triple Turbo. And then you have Athanasiou triple turbo charged.
Oh, Jesus. Just the fastest power play you've ever seen.
Yeah. Fast as fuck, boy.
We'll go 5 forwards and throw Taylor Hall out there, too.
Why not? Fuck it, why not?
Why not?
Forward power play unit. Why not?
Me, when my name is Cam, my last name is Why Not.
Cameron, why not, baby?
Your favorite.
Pretty sure he got drafted by the Flames.
Player.
Rose's favorite player and not Cole Smith.
I'm getting her a Cole
Speaking Smith. Of which, Cole Smith plays on the Nashville Predators. And the Blackhawks play the Predators tonight. It's their second last home game of the season. Nashville has clinched a playoff spot. And I think they're resting UC Saros for tonight. So I don't know who is playing. I think we're gonna face Kevin Lankinen tonight.
Put on a show for the fans. Like they deserve last couple games of the year. They've showed out every game this year. I think that's something that isn't getting talked about enough is the fact that they're still selling out even when they're dog shit. I know a lot of people said like, oh, we're going to see when the real fans go away. It's like, guys, they've kind of sucked for a decade now. Like these fans are real now. Like
mediocre. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Mid, which is 10 times worse, but
the
that's
worst
a whole other
part,
thing.
Yeah.
Like this season was way more tolerable than the one even 2 years ago or the one in 1920, like prior to the bubble. Like it's whatever, but that's just how hockey is. But like, yeah, put on a show for those fans. Like everyone's shown out every time, no matter what, even with the crazy scheduling. A division rival game, like don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure they've beaten every team in the division this year besides Nashville. They might not have beat Minnesota either, so don't quote me on that.
Wouldn't surprise me. They haven't scored on them at all to do so anyways.
It'll be interesting.
That's cool. They can be mid and miss the playoffs, but Minnesota.
Minnesota, Jesus. They're so drafted like
more like the mild, am I right?
Minnesota
Zing!
mild.
Yeah.
But guys, what plus minus? It's so good. It's the best stat ever when it
the daunting task of what is Brock Faber's plus minus right now? Let's
probably like +3.
I'm pretty sure when I last checked it was like +5. Jamie, can you pull that up? Brock Faber plus minus.
Jarvis, pull up Brock Faber's plus minus.
Oh. 0. That's what it is.
Oh man, I hate plus minus. So the fact that we have to have like plus minus conversations in the big 2024, like it's crazy.
2024,
it's crazy. Oh my gosh,
it's funny because there's so many other good arguments for that, but it's like no, let's resort to plus minus. Then besides the fact he's playing like 25 minutes a game as a 21-year-old defenseman, like
right. Like, nope, we gotta resort to the stats.
I mean, the stats that matter the most. Like, how many years do you think Brock Faber? Like, let's go last 10 years. What years would Brock Faber win it in? Let's go Calder.
In the Calder,
yeah, Because I think he wins last year over Beniers if he
Yeah,
played this way
probably.
last year.
Probably. I don't think he beats Kaprizov. I don't think he beats Barzell. I don't think he beats Makar. I don't think he beats. Who am I missing in here? I'm missing.
There's
one.
actually some pretty good rookie winners, but yeah.
Oh, dude, Calder winners have been fucking gross the last couple of years. Like, who won it in 2021-22? That's the only one I'm.
Mo Sider.
Oh yeah, good player. Good player. He might have won it that year, maybe, but like
Maybe,
even
yeah.
then, like Sider, Raymond, and Zegras were all really good that year. So I don't know. That's tough to gauge, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel we've definitely gone over Calder Trophy winners. It's funny looking at the list because past 15 years almost, like there's some pretty good players. At worst, NHL All Stars.
And then there's Steve Mason.
Yeah, exactly. And then before that, it's Pat, like just like a booger in the cake. Like so 05, 06, Ovechkin, 06, 07, Malkin, 07, 08, Kane, 08, 09, Steve Mason, 09, 10, Tyler Myers, meh.
How were they
Well,
doing?
like he's had
giving him the but what the hell were they doing giving him the Calder over Stamkos? Like that's actually, or was that Stamkos' year?
I don't think it was. No, it might have.
Either way, I can't believe the radical left allowed that to happen. This is insane.
Yeah, Justin. It's all Justin Trudeau's fault. Like he did that before he got prime minister.
It's so
That's how
Trudeau,
he got in.
What happened to my country?
It's Trudeau for what happened to the country. I love. We used to be a country. 10-11, Jeff Skinner, solid. Has played 1,000 games, no playoff game, unfortunately. No playoffs. 11-12, Gabriel Landeskog, solid. 12-13, Jonathan Huberdeau, solid. And then you got 13-14, McKinnon, 14-15, Ekblad, 15-16, Panarin, LOL.
Dog.
16-17, Matthews.
Dog.
Matt 68 Thews. And then Barzell, Pedersen, Makar, Kaprizov, Sider.
Dog. Like holy fucking shit, they're all stars. It's insane.
Okay.
Like that, the streak from Panarin on is actually nuts. Like it's all like Hart Trophy candidates almost, and then there's Hart Trophy candidates and then Mo Sider. So not including the Beniers one, but that's the beauty of this league, man.
Yeah, I could go back all the way to like the 80s. So I'm gonna list off a stretch of name from 86, 87 on. So Luc Robitaille won, Hall of Famer. Joe Nieuwendyk won next year, Hall of Famer. Brian Leetch, Sergei Makarov, who I think came over from Russia as like a 30-year-old, but he was, a legend in the KHL, so he's in the Hall of Fame. 90-91, Ed Belfour on the Blackhawks. 91-92, Pavel Bure on the Canucks. 92-93, Teemu Selanne, which was the last time someone scored 70 goals, I believe. 93-94, Martin Brodeur. 94-95, Peter Forsberg. 95-96, Daniel Alfredsson. Now get ready for the next 7 years here. So 96-97, Brian Berard. I think he was the first overall pick. Was never anything amazing. 97-98, Sergei Samsonov. 98-99, Chris Drury. Okay. 99-2000, Scott Gomez. Okay. 2000-2001, Evgeny Nabokov. Okay. 01-02, the All-Star himself, Danny Heatley. But I know for a fact we've done this on the show before. Can you name the Calder Trophy winner in 02-03?
Not a chance in hell.
I will give you a hint if it helps at all. He played for the St. Louis Blues. He was a defenseman. That might be a bit too much there, but
Blues defenseman.
We have done this on the show. I
believe. I think I was stupid that time too. Like my brain is not firing where it needs to fire for these defense. You said he was.
Okay, this is a dead giveaway. If I am not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he scored an overtime goal against the Blackhawks in the playoffs.
Is it? Oh my God! Is it Barrett Jackman?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
19 points.
Like it's not fucking like Carl Gunnarsson or some shit. So who is it?
Hey, he scored an overtime goal in the Cup final in 2019. 19 points, played in 42 games, penalty minutes 190. I mean, if that's grit personified right there.
That's what we like to call a good hashtag player or hashtag good player.
And then he played for Nashville last year.
He can Nashville.
And then 03-04, can you guess that as well? This one might be a little easier. It was a goalie.
Flower.
Not Flower, no.
Who the fuck? Wait, am I stupid?
Played on Rose's favorite team, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and was even traded for soon to be a future Hall of Fame goalie. Yeah.
Andrew Raycroft. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Andrew Raycroft actually was very good at one point in his career.
In all fairness, that year he did have a 205 goals against average and a 926 save.
Dog. Imagine,
and then,
wouldn't you want that on your team when you're pushing for a cup? I know I would.
But yeah, and then he never really. He just wasn't good. Like that was his only good year, really.
He just wasn't good.
Yeah.
Damn. Letting him know the hard way. That's tough.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, he's the one with the Calder, so I think Andrew Raycroft will be fine. I'm pretty sure he's on like the NESN panel. So
yes.
Yeah, I feel we've gone through that Calder list a few times, but it always fascinates me looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of talking about more young players, Lane Hutson is signing with the Habs.
He picked the right lane.
Ha 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 ha. I was trying to think of like a Hudson pun, but
baseball just became even more unwatchable. Luis Roberts out till May.
Oh no!
God, I'm not turning on a White Sox game. You would have to hold me against my will. Jesus. That's
okay.
Have to,
like
yeah, Lane Hudson.
You and like get your eyes to like just like stay open and watch it.
Stop
it, please! I beg you.
No, it's not happening. Like no, it's not. Oh God, just
the Blue Jays are playing the Rockies right now, and it's tied 1-1. It looks like
the BJs.
The BJs cast.
Get excited, BJs Nation. Let's go. This is why we do it.
Lane Hudson. Do you have any thoughts on Lane Hudson, or could we go to the next topic involving another defenseman?
No, I'm actually very excited to see Lane Hudson in the NHL. I think this is the type of defenseman Montreal has been salivating for since PK Subban left. Like Shea Weber was a different style.
That's right.
Say that. But like the electricity that this guy brings to the ice, and I've seen it in person when I saw the Frozen Four last year. Like his skating is something to behold. If he can hit all of the like trajectory in his development, like it's not impossible that he's playing like Quinn Hughes in a couple of years in this league. Because his vision for the ice is just insane. His skating ability, his ability to create, his gap control, surprisingly very good for a defenseman his size. He's gonna be fun to watch, man. I'm very curious to see who they pair him with too, because I don't really. Would it be Kovacevic maybe? Like I'm not sure who.
I'm not familiar with what their blue line looks like this year. Like is Reinbacher even on the team yet?
Put him with Mr. 50-point man himself, Mike Matheson.
Oh yeah. Mike Matheson, baby. Let's go.
Mike Matheson blowing my mind. Thiessen. Jeez Louise.
He wanted 4 years, and I said, how about let's 6? Nah, Panther for life, 8 years. I'll never not think of that. I'll never not think of that when I hear about Mike Matheson. Yeah, Lane Hudson. I wanted the Blackhawks to get Lane Hudson so bad, but yeah, 5'10". I don't think that was gonna ever happen. Yeah, it's crazy that he dropped it to 62nd overall, and there's so many people like, yeah, this might be a guy who probably should go in the top 15 and top 10, and that just another guy I was right about. But since his height doesn't start with a 6, yeah, he can't go in the first round. He barely gone to the second round.
Yeah, Pierce, can you imagine if he got hit by someone bigger than him? He might die. You gotta remember.
You're so right.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, I swear that's how some of these GMs draft. Like, we have a segment coming up soon. That's one of my we are in 2024. We are the Conn Smythe winner was 5'9". Like, we can't pretend like these guys can't play hockey anymore. It's not 2013. Like, it really does say a lot about your organization if you're not at least trying to take a swing on one of them one person like that every year. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, just the thought of but this guy's 6 foot tall, and then just looks at the height. It's actually 5'11". No, we cannot draft him at all. Get him off the list. Get him off.
Because Pierce, he's actually really bad. You got to remember that he's actually going to be so bad once he gets to the NHL. How's he going to be able to keep up with that much size? Oh, what's that? What's that? All the really good players in the league. There's like a handful of them that are under 6 foot. Yeah. Okay. Well, we tried. We tried. Like, oh yeah, that Artemi Panarin guy. That certainly didn't work out for him being 5'10", 5'11".
Can't perform in the playoffs. The Blackhawks were so right. Got rid of that bum. Oh, he has like almost 120 points.
Yeah, just probably the best free agent signing of all time if he can win a Stanley Cup. Sorry, he's 6 foot. Oh, he just beat the threshold. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, but, he clears the short allegations now. He's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, like we're just
discussion isn't old.
Nikita Kucherov's going to win the Hart this year and everything, and he's what, like 5'10", 5'11".
No, he's not a big dude.
Yeah, he's a thick dude. He's not a tall dude. But yeah, I think that's such an archaic draft way to draft, and there's still teams doing it, which is, I don't know if it's concerning or if it's good for teams like our team that actually does, so it gives them an advantage.
Oh hell yeah! Dalton Varsho just hit a home run.
Get excited,
Just
Leafs
popped
Nation.
up on my phone. Hell yeah, Leafs Nation. Yeah, if I were a GM, I would just be like, okay, yeah, he's short, but is he thick though? All right, let's get him.
Is he a thick?
Built like, yeah, I was gonna say, is he a thick boy? Do he have tree chunk thighs? Yeah, we're getting this boy.
In his name?
It's 3 C's in his name. Logan Sting, Colvin. Yeah, we were talking about this with Mitch. It's like, yeah, but he's short, but he play like all these short players like almost make the quicker adjustment because their whole lives they've been told, oh, you're short, so they have to overcome that with good skating and or like very good like puck management, very good shot. And it's like these short players, I wouldn't say have an advantage, but like they have like a leg up coming into the NHL over tall guys who haven't like grown into their body, that they don't know their own strength. Where like Tage Thompson, it took him how many years to get used to the NHL, and he's like, oh, I'm big and I'm skilled, I'm just gonna go through everyone and also snipe like crazy. Same with Alex Vlasic, like, oh, I am 6'6", like I can just close off. It's as simple as that. I am bigger than you, and there's no problem with drafting like tall players. Like, I mean, as 2 tall kings here, like absolutely do it. But drafting someone for the sake of being tall, no. Like, but what else do they do besides being tall is the thing. Like, when you're drafting a small player, it's usually like they have so many other skills. It's like, I don't know, but he doesn't have a 6 to start his height. And it's like, oh, you want he's 6'6". Okay, what does he do? He's 6'6", man. Like,
he's 6'6" every time he steps on the ice. You know how
you can't
hard
teach
that
that.
is? It's insane.
Unless you got like that surgery that makes you taller, then
oh my god, me when I'm Kyle Broflovsky in South Park.
Fucking, oh my god, that episode.
Me when I want to play basketball and my dad wants to be a Dolphin. We're both totally normal, I promise.
Hey Dad, no, don't jump.
God. Oh my god. What a funny episode of South Park. Oh my god. All right.
Speaking of tall defense, I think Noah Hanifin's pretty tall. He's what, like 6'3", 6'4"? Yeah, we'll go with that. Signed an 8-year extension with the Vegas Golden Knights, and everyone loved it. Everyone was like, oh, I love that Vegas team. They just do, like, they always follow the rules. I love them for that. And you know what? They finally get rewarded with a guy with a team-friendly contract. That's what everyone said on Twitter. Yeah, Noah Hanifin, 8-year. 8-year extension. Yeah, you go. Sorry.
No. Hanifin 8-year extension. I'm just trying to look at their cap friendly to see how the hell they're going to afford this. And so they are projected to have $1 million in cap space. Nice. Nice. Still need to sign Marshall Show. Still need to sign Stevenson. That's
both of them are going to be Blackhawks. I need
one
that
of them
in my
better
life.
be. Holy smokes.
One of them needs to be. At least one of them. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, what the heck? Also, like, the fact that they're getting this cap strap, deals like that, deals like Nick Waugh making $3 million for 3 more years. Like, you're White Cloud still making – I finally see the end of Zach Whitecloud's deal. I think that's the first time in years I've been able to see that. I don't know,
Sweetheart
man.
deals.
Nick Hague's still making $2 million next year. Like, oh my god, like this team is a cap masterclass. And then Logan Thompson's making $700,000. Like, awesome, awesome. This is great. Oh, cap masterclass once again by Kelly McCrimmon. Just another day in the office. It's insane.
That's Team Canada starter. Look at Thompson. Literally.
He's not winning the job over Aiden Hill, just like he couldn't win the job over Aiden Hill on the Golden Knights. Okay.
Literally, Canada's goaltending hinges on who's playing well on the Golden Knights right now. It's either
Honestly.
Logan Thompson or Aiden Hill. For real, though. Like, it's not even an exaggeration.
There better be some prospect coming up that's decent. That's all I'm gonna say. Because
Devin Levi. Save me, Devin Levi. You're my only hope.
Oh my god!
Please,
Donald
Devin
Trump.
Levi.
Please save me, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Devin Levi. Please save me, Devin Levi. Sabres fans, if UPL gets hurt.
Yeah, real. Yeah, Saber. Jacob, basically.
Yeah, Jacob on suicide watch if UPL gets hurt. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what Canada does for goalie though. Once it comes down to it, like next year will be easy. I think 2026 will be fine, but like 2030 is going to be genuinely interesting. Who's the guy by then? Because it might be someone that isn't in the league right now. We just don't know. That's how freaking nuts goaltending is. It'll definitely be interesting though. It's
That's
gonna be
also how it probably will, honestly.
Jordan.
Like that's how blessed Canada has been for really up until now, like forever with goaltending. Like I think 98 Patrick Law was the starting goalie, 2002 is Brodeur, 06. I mean, I think Brodeur and Luongo were there, but their offense sucked. Like they had Kirk Maltby and Chris Draper. Yeah, I know they had a bit. They didn't make it to the gold medal game, guys. Oh yeah, 2010
program down. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Luongo 2010, Carey Price 2014 would have been Carey Price 20. Would have been Carey Price 2022 as well. Like him going on that Linsanity run in the bubble was him being like, yeah, I'm starting for Team Canada next year, but then I'm pretty sure he got injured. Like he didn't play another game after that, and they never ended up going up.
Corey Crawford coming out of retirement to play for Team Canada. The Undertaker.
Oh
gong
yeah,
hits.
2016 World Cup of Hockey. Carey Price, backup Corey Crawford, and Braden Holtby.
Yeah, that's just a nasty trifecta. Oh my god! And then the U.S. had Jonathan Quick. Like,
I mean,
dude. I'm glad we have 5 goalies now. Thank God.
Oh yeah, all of them would easily be number 1 on Canada, and like it's not even close.
It's like, which one of you wants to say you're a Canadian just for the shits and gigs?
Are you gonna pull? Who's gonna pull a reverse Brett Hall here?
Who's gonna pull William Nylander, but for the States? Let's go. Can you imagine if William Nylander said, "Fuck it, I'm playing for Canada. I'm born in Calgary."
Yeah, for real. He is born in Calgary.
Yeah, he could play with Bedard. It'd be honestly Nutter Butters.
It would be Nutter Butters go with the sauce, really.
Oh God. Nutter Butters.
So yeah, in Vegas, apparently, Thomas Hertl. I don't know. I think he played. Did you see that commercial? Mitch was in it. It was like Hertl. He's in an office setting. And then I forget how it goes, but then Mitch is like they're like throwing hats, and then Mitch like has like a big like cart to carry, put all the hats in. I'm just like, oh, there I am, Gary, there I am. I'm like,
I know that guy. I know that guy.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Yeah, that's my boy Mitch and Ringhaver Mitch. Let's see him in Vegas, but. Vegas, I believe, is the only team that hasn't clinched a playoff spot in the West. Let's take a look. Let's do our weekly standings update here. So, St. Louis Blues have 89 points in 79 games. So, if they win out the remainder of their games, they will get to 95 points, it looks like, I think. And then the Vegas Golden Knights are at 78 games played and 92 points. So, yeah, it pretty much looks like the Blues would have to win out and Vegas lose every game. So, but it would be kind of funny if Vegas missed the playoffs.
Oh no!
Like,
who could control the fate of the Vegas Golden Knights again? Certainly, it's not the Blackhawks.
Dude. Okay. Blues plays Carolina tonight.
Connor Bedard match.
Vegas plays what? Okay. So Minnesota beats Vegas tonight, which
Brock
very
Faber,
well could
save
happen.
me, Brock Faber. Brock Faber, save me, Brock Faber.
I got a favor for you, Brock Faber. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Literally, it's like the Vegas Super. He's off in the power of friendship. Freaking just the Rock handmaids when he sits on the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the power of friendship, it can never be understated. Just ask anyone in baseball.
For real, the 80-win Rockies beating like the 120-win Dodgers gonna be. It's gonna be.
We will,
it's gonna
we will be
families,
there
I
no
think.
matter what. We will be there no matter what. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be like game 5, and like the top of their order is gonna be like 0 for 15, and it's like, don't worry guys, we're up 2-1. We're gonna get Kershaw to come in and close, and then like they hit just like back-to-back home runs and they lose. That's what's gonna happen. I've foreseen it. Let's take a look at who else does Vegas play coming up. Ooh.
Your mother.
Whoa! Did you have to go there? I mean, hey, if my mother is the Colorado Avalanche, pretty good. But yeah, they play Colorado to. Who else do they play? Then they play the Blackhawks, and then I think that's it. But yeah, it would. I mean, Minnesota and St. Louis. That's some. Or no, it was Minnesota and Colorado. Yeah.
Very losable games.
Yeah, indeed. And then who do the Blues play? This is
not
such
us.
great podcasting. They play the Kraken. They play the Kraken.
Crackheads
I
rising
think they beat the Kraken. Yeah, just the rock gif again. They play okay, and then the Blues play the Stars. Damn. The Stars.
The Stars.
I still think Vegas makes it, but that would be funny. God, please let it happen. It'd be funny.
Okay, completely another topic, but let's play the game called How the Hell is Nashville Scoring This Many Points? Pierce, I'm gonna have
through
you.
The point list.
Oh, we're doing this right now. I want you to guess.
I love trivia.
Guess Philip Forsberg's point total. He leads the team.
I'm gonna guess 69 because funny.
Dude, he has 89 points.
What? Okay, all right. I know Gus Nyquist is like point per game. I didn't know that's another effect of like there are guys with 140 points, right? 50 more points than that. That's still very good.
It's nuts. Okay. Roman Josi, always a good player. I think this one's a little bit easier to guess. But like if Forsberg had 89, that should tell you because they're like, what the hell? Like
so I'm guessing how much Roman Josi has.
Yeah, I'm only doing the top 4 because after that it drops off a cliff. But
okay. I know Josi can play up that. I'm gonna say 82 points for Josi.
You were close. It's 80. He's fucking killing it. And he's got
still
21
very
goals.
Good. Yeah.
Like the crazier. This is where I just like I roll my eyes because
I know Gus Nyquist has like 70 points or close to it.
72. He has 72 points. Like
God,
how is that even possible? Oh my gosh! Like I think
Such
that
an
might
underrated
be a
signing.
I think that literally is a career year for him. That's just crazy to think about. This is a guy that like has always had the potential to be this good. Yeah, it's his career year by 18 points. That's insane. He's 33, 32, 34. Like, come on. That's insane. Oh my gosh. And then Ryan O'Reilly, 66 points. Like dude, they got a big 4 there. Like it's crazy. And then, they play hard minutes. Ryan McDonough's still elite.
Oh, he's back to. I don't know if he ever really fell off that much, but he's certainly back to like what he was in his Rangers days and like Tampa days.
Facts.
Yeah, just looking at that's what makes hockey so great. Is I'm looking at the Predators, I'm like, nah, nothing amazing, but also I think they could win at least a round.
If the right guys get hot, hell yeah, they could. Not a doubt in my mind.
because
they-
they would be playing Vancouver. I think they could absolutely beat not only beat Vancouver, but like beat them, I think, convincingly. Like I think they could take them out in 6.
Yeah, they have Nathan Beauvillier. They're gonna win.
Let's go! Billy. Man, if only they could have gotten Erica Branson back for a 7th round pick.
Oh my God, Luke Shen's gonna save the day for them. He's getting a series clincher. It's gonna be
I need to
so
see
awesome sauce.
goated with the sauce.
Going with the awesome sauce. I don't know.
Goated with the awesome sauce.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't get it. I need to take a look at the rest of the team of the stats for the Nashville Predators.
Probably
I need to see
Novak
how
a
many-
cool 41 points.
I need to see how many points Cole Smith. That's another underrated name, Luke Evangelista.
Oh yeah, they also got a guy named Mark Del Gazo.
What?
It's probably Gaizo, but I'm calling him Mark Del Gazo. That's funnier.
It's
a cooler name.
It's funnier, I think.
I think that people would like that. You know, I think a line. I think a line of
like
Del Gazo. No, I think a line of Del Gazo and Fejimo, or however you want to pronounce his name. I'm just gonna call it that because I don't want to say the other one. But I don't know. I think.
Oh god, they made the NHL woke. Of course. Of course they would do that.
Fart noise. Like,
I scoff at your wokeness.
Cody Glass still not good. It's crazy.
Don't say that to MP. MP loves them or something.
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Our boy Tyson Tuesday, Tyson Berry, only 15 points.
Get out of my head.
Nightmare. Brain rot.
He's only played 41 games. What the hell's going on with this team? Oh my god. Like, I think this is like the most games Phil Forsberg's played in the season. Not even bullshitting. Okay, he's played 82 3 times. This is the most games he's played since 2017.
Hey, they made the cup final that year as a wild card. Could history repeat itself?
No.
Find out next week. No, it's not happening.
Find out on the next episode.
PJ's cast has been canceled.
The show was canceled after that. What happened to the show? What happened to the show? Show someone the draft lottery and never show them another episode again.
You know what else got canceled?
The NHL
Philadelphia Flyers. What?
The NHL for being woke.
Real.
No, but yeah.
I can't believe such a woke league, but I was gonna say the Philadelphia Flyers playoff chances pretty much got canceled.
Out the window. Say goodnight, Dick. Like they're. Do you have the save percentage stat near you? Because it's like damning.
It is absurd. Like I'm pretty sure like the last few games, select games, it's like under 800. Like it's something so just like I can do better. Yeah, a turd. That's a great way to describe it. A turd.
It's a big turd. Like and the worst part is they're playing, I think, some of the best hockey skating wise. Like their puck luck is so ass right now that they're.
I'm pretty sure like the numbers, advanced stats suggest they'd be way better, but yeah, they just can't buy a bloody save.
I bet they're just expecting so many goals though, so it's okay. Because that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Guys, you're gonna want to see this. So Samuel Erson's last 5 games, 819 save percentage.
Me when I'm in a shitty goalie contest and my opponent's Sam Erson.
And my opponent is Samuel Erson. Ivan Fedotov, I believe, how many games has he played? So 3 games, 495 goals against average, and an 811 save percent.
Oh! Oh!
Ooh, yeah.
Who got the win last night for him?
I don't even know.
Was it Felix Sandstrom, who also stinks?
I'm on Elite Prospects, and Felix Sandstrom is not showing up, but I also must check how bad he is. Felix Sandstrom.
It's bad. Like this team is on another level of a collapse. Like they were comfortably in a playoff spot a month ago.
Mm-hmm. I thought they were, gonna make it.
even if they limped in, they were going to get in. Now they're
Mhm.
it's Jover. Also, the Penguins are in a wild card spot. This league
It's
is not
true to
real.
over.
This league is
Yeah,
not
after beating
real.
the Red Wings have choked it as well. Yeah, Felix Sandstrom, 823 save percentage in 5 games. Oh, I guess my AirPod.
He's
Oh
so
my
bad.
God.
He's so bad. He's so bad, dude. Like I don't even blame Torts if he would just lose it. Like yeah, I would at this point. Like make it damn save. Like the team is trying their hardest to get in the playoffs, and they're just. And Sam Merson got the win last night, so there you go. Beat the Rangers. Beat the probably President's Trophy winners, because that's hockey, baby.
Yeah, and Connor loved it. Our good
Yeah.
friend.
I think all Rangers fans liked it, honestly, because that's what I want.
And they were like, yes, and I love Jacob Trouba because apparently they hate Jacob Trouba now because he sucks. Oh no.
Wow, who could have ever known that this guy stinks? This is news to me, Pierce. I never knew this. Thank you for letting me know, because I personally thought he would be a Norris candidate. When it really does crack me up that like the Norris candidate that came out of the Rangers that year was Fox, and it's not Trouba. And Trouba was the guy that made the biggest deal about it when he got just traded for. Oh, that's hockey. That's hockey. I guess that's also because Adam Fox is really good. Enough of my tangent, though.
And Keandre Miller.
Yeah, Keandre Miller is so underrated. Like elite second pairing defenseman. As stupid as that sounds.
He could probably be. He should be on a first pairing. He could easily play a first pairing. I think.
Facts.
Spitting. But yeah, Red Wings have fumbled it too, man. Lost 6-5 to the Penguins. What is the Eastern wild card race looking like right now? So the fucking Islanders, dude, they're gonna make the play. The most wins they can get to get into the playoffs is 40 wins,
and they're gonna get in. Don't you just love the loser point? It's the best.
It's they're like right now as it stands. Like I think we've done this the last few weeks, and it's changed every time. So who fucking knows? Maybe they drop out by the next time we record. But yeah, 3 points ahead, the same amount of games as the Capitals, the Penguins, and the Red Wings. Unreal. And you know what? I think that leads into our next topic perfectly. Is how the NHL sucks. I mean, we talk about that enough. Well, how can we make the NHL better?
Oh, I got a starter. It's called getting rid of the effing loser point.
Or we could talk about the Coyotes going to Salt Lake City, our favorite topic, talking about the Arizona Coyotes. We just love it. We did a podcast 3 years ago. We were talking about, the Coyotes couldn't even supply like napkins and like utensils or something like that. And now there's stories coming out. Oh, they couldn't even pay their hospital bills.
Imagine.
Yeah. Hotel bills or payments, whatever. And, honestly, kind of a shock. Like for a team that never paid their rent at their arena, I'm personally shocked. But
joke of a franchise, joke of an ownership
at
group.
the game?
I think Reagan is at the game.
She just sent us a video. You know what, Reagan? I'm playing this on the podcast. This is Del Mastro's rookie laugh.
Get excited, Hawks Nation. Yes, sir. This is why we do it.
Freaking hell yeah, dude! Look at him go. Such a big boy.
He's so ready to get walked by Philip Forsberg tonight.
That's Cole Smith. He's gonna be walked by. Well, yeah,
stop! Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Oh my god!
No, he's gonna get walked by Tyson Tuesdays, don't you know?
Oh.
So yeah, let's get on that topic. When we were on Xbox last night, we were talking about what are the things in the NHL that grind our gears, like systematically, like what can we do to make the sport better? Not that they'll ever take this into account or change it at all, but it's nice to talk about it on what the NHL could be. So do you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah, I kind of alluded to it. I can't stand the loser point. We are now watching teams win President's trophies and make playoffs off it. We're watching teams with losing records get in because of it. I just think we have to put more weight on regulation wins. I don't know how you do that. I mentioned a 3-2-1 point system, but I don't know, man. There's got to be a way around that, and there's also got to be a way around not having an expansion, but also having one through like it can't it should be easy enough to just get 1 through 8. You know what I mean? Make it a 1 through 8 playoff system, do a 3-2-1 point system, like maybe extend overtime another 5 minutes. Like it's there's little things that could change outcomes of games immensely. But nope, we just have a crap ton of shootouts and we just have teams with 17 overtime losses, and they're going to make the playoffs because they
A
get
team might win
17
the
extra points.
division because of the loser point, and that's the Bruins.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
They only have 18 regulation losses, but they have 15 overtime losses. Like,
dude, it's the worst. It's the freaking worst. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it. I really can't. That's probably my number one right now. What about you?
Yeah, kind of. I feel all the things we're talking about go hand in hand. Like, I think winning a division, winning the President's Trophy, winning a Western Conference or Eastern Conference championship should mean a lot more. Like, I mean, like getting incentives for winning, like whether that is draft picks or like more money, like a bonus. It Again, at the end of the day, the number one goal is to win the Stanley Cup, and absolutely, and it always be underplayed. Like a team winning the President's Trophy, there's a President's Trophy curse. Like, I just want that stuff to mean more. I want the regular season to mean more, but then that also goes with the point system. You make the games mean more if you don't get loser points. So I combine that all together. Like, you win a division, like, it should mean something to you. Like, you should get maybe, I don't know, like a draft pick, or you need to get some kind of compensation. But I like the one where if you win Rookie of the Year, like you get an extra draft pick, like you get an early second round pick, or even you win the division, you win the President's Trophy. It's like, okay, your pick, even if you lose in the first round, it's probably going to be in the high 20s, late 20s, whatever. But here's another draft pick in like the early 30s, like 5 picks after in the second round. Here, you get a draft pick. Like, I just wish, maybe it's not the best, but I just wish there was more incentives to do that. And again, at the end of the day, it's the Stanley Cup, but I just think hockey culture as a whole, like, we don't celebrate that stuff. It's all about, who wins the cup, who's the last man standing. And I do appreciate that. I love the Stanley Cup. Best trophy in all sports, not to be that guy, but old man yelling at crowd. But yeah, I've said this like 20 times already, but I just want winning a division meaning more. I want winning a President's Trophy to mean more, and I think if we went 1 through 8, it would mean more because statistically you're playing the worst team. But again, that's the thing with hockey. Like, anyone could beat anyone, but I just want, like, going into the playoffs, I don't want these forced unorganic rivalries. Like, yes, it was fun watching the Capitals and Penguins play 3 years in a row, and each team who won went on to go win the Stanley Cup. That's nice, but the point I always go to is Vancouver and Chicago, 2009, 2010, 2011. They just happened to meet in the playoffs, and they fucking hated each other. Like, 2009, Chicago goes to the Western Conference Final. 2010, obviously, Blackhawks win the cup. Then 2011, Canucks finally slay the dragon, beat the Blackhawks, and they go all the way to the game 7 of the cup final. 2 great teams going at it. It's just all this stuff seems so forced. Like, yeah, I don't really know where else to go from there. But it goes hand in hand. Getting rid of the loser point, making the divisions mean something. Go 1 through 8. That's what I want to see more of.
Oh, for sure. Like, I really just think rivalries are better when they're formed organically, not when you try to force them. You know what I mean? Like, Crosby versus Ovechkin wasn't like, yeah, it was forced, but that was formed organically. Like,
it was already a thing when they were facing each other in the second round.
Literally, bro. Like, that's the way you build rivalries. Like, I think we can all agree that Edmonton and Vegas have a little bit of beef now. And it's because of the playoffs. Like, it's stuff like that. It's rivalries that you wouldn't expect. Like, Edmonton and the Kings is a rivalry too, because of the amount of times they've met in the playoffs. It's insane, man. Honestly,
And that kind of leads into what I would like to change next. And I think it's that we need to restructure the way the conferences are set up. And this might happen with the next expansion, but I don't see a reason why Detroit's in the East still. I don't think that's necessary. If we want to really get into it, I know there's have a lot of rivalries, but like geographically speaking, Nashville should be in the East. That's a whole nother thing. But I don't know. I just want Detroit back in the West, or find a way to, or maybe it's the Hawks have to go out east, because like then you could have the whole original 6 in the Eastern Conference. Like I don't know. There's something that's going to have to be done about the geography. I think
Chicago's the only Western Conference original 6 team. That's right.
So I think something's got to be done. It's not about the teams; it's more about the travel the teams do, and it's going to take a toll on these players eventually. And it may not be now; it may be years from now. The less they have to be up in planes in the sky, the better, in my opinion.
Go like a baseball skit where you're playing like a team 3 times in a row.
Yep.
I
think the COVID schedule. I think the COVID schedule was a perfect example of that. Those home and homes where they would play two games against each other at home and 2 games on the road. Like,
yeah,
that's a nice way to do it. That lightens the travel a little bit. You have a couple of bigger road trips, so they're not, just flying to LA on a random occurrence or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited. That's one of the ones I would like to see change, and I think it's going to due to expansion. So
yeah,
that's the reason I say I'm excited for it.
And like that's gotta be a thing. I was gonna say that's gotta be a thing with the NHLPA. Like just all this traveling. Like, is there gonna be a time? There has to be a time where guys are like, I like love playing hockey, but so much travel, especially if you're a team that's in the West.
Facts. I like Taves had an article in the Athletic about that a couple years ago. I remember it vividly. And he like basically mapped out what the schedule could be, and it could save thousands of miles of travel. I don't know. Something to at least consider if you're them.
Yeah, and I hate the salary cap. I mean, controversial. I might be the only person who thinks that, but yeah, I'd not saying that they should necessarily like there needs to be a minimum you should spend. Like, I mean, if Arizona still stays in Arizona, like you still have to ice a team. Like you can't just spend $10-20 million. Like there's got to be a minimum, but then there's also like we're at the trade deadline. Like all these teams use LTIR to like make their moves. I mean, look at Vegas, look at Tampa, look at what Chicago did almost 10 years ago now. Like just make it a formality now and make it so that teams can spend extra at the trade deadline. Like that'll put more money into your product. Like again, I've never been an economics person, but it makes sense. Like, and you used to be able to trade cash around like that. I don't know how that would work. It might not, but like
Coyotes would only trade for cash.
Sorry?
Coyotes would only trade for cash. They wouldn't trade for players ever.
That is true. Yeah.
Give us $10 million so we can get to the floor. Thank you.
$100 million. That's our second Austin Powers reference.
Literally,
there,
bro.
But I would have to do more research on that. But yeah, like luxury tax, like obviously the more you spend, like that might like count as a penalty against your cap next year, but you don't care. Like you're getting good expensive players and you're trying to win a cup now. I want to see more of that. Like I want to like you can make deals under the salary cap, but I think it would also help if there wasn't a salary cap, or at least like a more looser role, not a triple hard cap or whatever Alan Walsh calls it.
Triple hard cap, oh boy. The luxury tax, I think, gets a little risky because if we do a luxury tax in the NHL, I genuinely think a third of the markets are going to get knocked out of the league competitively.
True.
Like New York, Chicago, Detroit, Boston, Montreal, Toronto, like they're all going to have everyone. That's how it's going to work.
Original 6 and whatever
LA.
like teams owners wants to spend a lot of money. So Vegas, Tampa, I guess, Florida, maybe.
Yep. And maybe that's something that you have to do to grow the game. I don't know. It works for football to an extent, but even then, like everyone kind of spends to the ceiling in that sport. Baseball may be the closest of what it could be, but even then, you look at
Mhm.
basketball and the way their luxury tax works. If someone wants to compete in basketball, they're going to do anything in their power to make that team good. And we've seen it
Mhm.
now more than ever that like smaller markets are getting good in a league where you could just spend to win. So I don't know. It's definitely something to consider.
Mhm. And I feel with more of a money end of things, like that's more harder to come up with a solution for. But like what we were talking about earlier with the standings, that is such an easy fix. Like whenever I think of, like when there's a problem, okay, there's some things that are going to be out of our control, but what can we control? What can we do at our ends that we know is easy to do? That's the standings. Go 1 through 8. Like whoever gets a division, like wins a division, like maybe you get like a bonus. I don't know, like $1 million or whatever gets you cap, or maybe you get like a early second round pick or something to get more teams incentive to win. Um, kind of back to the draft, like I didn't bring up the draft lottery, but that's another thing where it's like you're never going to be able to come up with a satisfactory. I mean, it's why it's a lottery after all. Like one person wins it, one team wins it, whatever. Like everyone else is pissed off. That's the whole point of it. But yeah, we could really make a whole other episode. But yeah, I would say probably the cap and the lottery. Those are the most difficult ones. But the standings, that's just like a slam dunk. So easy, fix that already.
Mm-hmm.
And the point distribution system. Like, what would you think about 2 wins, 2 points for regulation win? So there's more incentive to win regulation. Then you get 1 in overtime. So, but then you get no points if you lose, even in overtime. Like, would that work?
Maybe because then that requires you to win. So
Mm-hmm.
that could work for sure. But this is the thing, like they just got to workshop this stuff, and I don't think they want to.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Nope.
annoying. Yeah, no, I agree. That would be immensely helpful. That's for sure. I think the last one that I wanted to say is I just had it on my mind. It slipped. That stinks. Um, uh, forget it. If you got one more, fire away because I just forgot it. Oh man.
No,
It was right there.
that was pretty much it, honestly. All
Got
I
it.
had.
Well, we'll cut it there because I don't I can't remember it unfortunately, and I don't want to waste. I don't want to have us just sitting here going, "What was that I said?" Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of directions that the league could go. That it's just baby steps that could make it better. And I remember now. So last one, and I think it's been a topic on this show that we talked about before. I think they need to shorten the length you can extend a contract or sign a contract. And I think it should be 5 years if you're on the team. I think it should be 4 years if you're going to a new team, like the NBA does, like the NFL does, because one, it allows for the players to potentially have higher payouts if you're good enough. Obviously, if you're bad enough, you want that security. I understand, but I don't know, man. You can still sign a 5-year contract if you're good, and I think it just allows for a lot more roster flexibility. It's going to cause a lot more movement to occur, and I think it would cause even more parity in the league, honestly, because then you wouldn't have teams like the Islanders who locked their whole team up for 7 years. So I don't know. It's just a little one that I think could change a lot over time. And I think guys like Matthews are getting that message. Like that's why they signed those shorter deals. Like it wouldn't surprise me if, McDavid does that on his next contract or Draisaitl or someone. It'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah, it'll definitely cause a lot more turnover. That's for sure. And at the end of the day, like you want to find that balance where like good teams that are able to draft well can keep their players and lock them up long term. But then there's also the player side where like if you're a legitimate superstar, like you should be able to go to market when you're like 24, 25 years old and get the bag too.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Like it should be. I mean, that might open the idea of getting to the market at a younger age because they can't be RFA until they're 27 now, which would be nice. I don't know. That was the last one I wanted to say though. Lots of good discussion and workshop talk.
Yeah, I really write. I should for next time. Like I want to write down notes for that because I'm just like, because I'm trying to think of other examples, but yeah, We're gonna let's move on to the next topic. I wanted to say something, but I can't remember. But
It's all good.
Yeah, I don't think we got any Twitter questions. I'll double check. But if not, we could go and read some Reddit stories. That'd be a perfect way to end it off. Oh, to get a question from Zach. Again, this would be for you though. What did y'all think of Invincible season 2? I want you to talk about that.
I've never seen a comic be adapted so close to like it's panel for panel. It makes me really excited because this was a setup season. And even the setup season was really good. And it's just like, oh man, I think the casual fan is going to get their mind absolutely blown with the next couple seasons of this show because some of the plot lines, some of the, I think, themes that this show is going to depict later on, it's going to be some stuff that I don't think a superhero genre comic has done. Like in the comics, they were like some of the first to do it. And I don't think anyone's done it in like media, like animation or movies. So it's going to be really interesting to see how, the general audience gravitates towards it because they already have. And I'm trying not to spoil what's going to happen going forward, but it's just like, oh man, if you thought like the first 2 seasons were crazy, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. It's crazy what's going to happen in the future. And I think the premiere is even going to show that because it left off on a pretty good cliffhanger. So yeah, very good second season and extremely excited going forward for season 3 and onward.
I gotta watch it, man.
It's good stuff,
Really
bud.
good. It's cinema.
It's this fucking Mario meme, dude. It's cinema.
It's cinema.
Me some freaking poop myself, Mario.
Black and white picture, Mario. Quote Mario.
Mario picture of Chris Pratt. Oh god.
Me when my mom takes away my phone, so I have to text on the Samsung fridge. That came to my mind because I saw like a picture. I saw this picture earlier of like it said that caption, and then like someone in the call replies was like, "Bro, then how are you shooting this video?" And it's like I got another fridge.
I got another fridge. Bro, you don't have 2 fridges? Sounds like a problem for you. Not me.
Sounds like a poor person problem that I can't relate to, being so rich and pissing honeys.
God. Oh, jeez.
On that note, you want to get into some Reddit stories and then end it off? Blackhawks play in like 10-15 minutes, so
Yeah, let's read 2 Reddit stories.
yeah. All right. Okay. All right.
First question.
First question. Next question. Okay. This is from r/stories, but of course I had to save it because it says I recently touched a girl's boobs and I became the happiest man alive. Ooh, mama!
Oh my god! What's the meme where it's just like she kicked me out of the bedroom because when she took her shirt off, I said "Zooey mama."
I saw one of this guy like just like falling down a pair of stairs. It's like saw my girlfriend's boob. I said "Gadzooks." All right.
Bro.
I finally touched the boobs recently. It started around last year, around our junior year in high school. Me and my friends made plans to go to a strip club when we all turned 18. Fast forward to a year later, we all finally turned 18, so we made plans to go to our local strip club. We called the place and asked what age is okay to enter. The moment they said 18, we immediately started making a plan so our parents wouldn't find out. We have this one friend who has a very strict mom who puts Life 360 on him, so we found a loophole. Not really a loophole, more like we just let his phone die. Because if the phone dies, the phone remains in the last location it was before it died. So in my friend's case, he has location remained at my friend's house. Goddamn. Psycho mom, Freddie Benson mom, I must say. Meanwhile, my only worry was to turn my card money into cash so my mom wouldn't see my spending history. A week later, the day finally came. We drove over there. It was a 25-30 minute drive. After parking and getting off my friend's car, We headed to the entrance, and right before I opened those doors, I announced to my friends, and the Lord said, "Let there be life." Cringe as fuck line, I know. After we were greeted by a young woman behind a counter, and behind her, we could already see the flashing lights, the dark rooms, the stripper, and the loud music too. We proceeded to pay to enter and give her our IDs. After checking our IDs and going in, we sat in awkward silence for the first 10-15 minutes. After one of my friends, who we'll call D, by the way, walked up and paid a stripper to dance on him. And all I gotta say was that motherfucker was locked in. All right, lock in time. Straight face, straight posture, staring and watching the performance. After the performance, the stripper offers him a private lap dance in the VIP room. After a while, I too was offered one. I took it. The stripper seemed very nice. I remember her name. Name was Jasmine. She was a young blonde woman, and she was very tall. Anyways, we had a small talk and introduced ourselves. So the weather, airplane food, am I right? No. After the talk, she gave me a lap dance, and she started by telling me to grab her massive melons. So I did without hesitation. I started playing with them and even kissing them too. I kid you not. While this was happening, Beethoven's Ode to Joy, the best part, started blasting in my head as I'm gripping her melons. And from there, I was the world's happiest man alive. To be exact, she also gave me the good boy treatment. She kissed my forehead and put my head on her chest as she proceeds to call me a sweet boy. From there, I knew I won. Ode to Joy kept playing in my head. This was quite an unforgettable night. But after that night, I made the promise to myself that it was going to be my first and last time I would go to a place like that. Also, I'm only going to respond to the comments that are respectfully sharing their opinions on this, whether they support my actions or don't. But I ain't replying to the comments that attack me or call it fake. Believe the story or not, I don't care. LOL. First reply is, I hope this turns into a copy pasta. I think this. I don't know if this is real, but.
Dude, the way this guy talks, I don't want to be around him. Like, he literally sounds like he would say Zoink Scoob unironically. Like, holy shit. Jeepers! Oh my god.
Yeah, that's all. Zoinks, yeah. Jeepers. Yeah, this is what I was thinking the entire time. Another Clockwork Orange reference. I started playing with them and even kissing them too. I kid you not. Or that's just the same thing. Are you and your friends from a Clockwork Orange? Yeah, literally. That's what it is.
Guy who sees Clockwork Orange and makes it his own sexual fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Except he would have done way worse things. But anyways, they fancied a bit of the old in and out with a fine vodka. But all they got was a Monaco bag grabs. Okay, he was cured all right. But yeah, that Redditors in a no-lie content. Y'all need to get out more.
Literally, bro.
You know what?
At this point, they just need to write books because they're just such good fucking storytellers. I can write all this fake shit. It's like, go write a book then. Like, Jesus.
That's how like Twilight was born. Was like writing a sex novel or like fan fictions. Like popular books can be written from that. So I mean, start, buddy, do it. I don't know if I've
fanfic.
Young Sheldon.
Oh God. Rose's favorite show. You know what? I'm just gonna text Rose that right now just to piss her off.
If she replies, we gotta get the text on the show. You want to hear? I'm pretty sure I talked to you about my strip club, one and only strip club experience last night, but I could tell the podcast. So, earlier in the story, when that person was like, yeah, this mom was watching him, like has an eye on him like 24/7. She needs to know exactly where he is. I remember that night I was going out with some friends. We went to a brew house, had some drinks. One of my friends spent like $300 in drinks, and the waitress felt so bad that we got like a free round of drinks, which was fun. And then we're just like, let's go to the strip club. Yeah, let's do it. And then went downtown. This was summer of 2020 when the Blackhawks just beat the Oilers in the qualifying round. There was a guy wearing a Blackhawks jersey, and then like the guy over the system in the club was like, "Hey man, get this guy out of here! He's wearing a Blackhawks jersey. Boo this man!" But
This
yeah,
man.
that
Oh, I
yeah. But the best part is I think there was 5 of us, and one of our friends was like a little he didn't want to do it, like he was kind of just along for it. So I ended up so that we got 5 strippers, and since my one friend didn't go, I got the 2 strippers, so I got sandwiched with some boobs that night. So yeah, that's my one and only strip
Did
club
you have
experience.
hashtag melons in your face?
I did have melons in my face. And Beethoven was playing in my head, and I said "Zooey Mama Gadzooks."
Jesus fucking Christ. Also, Rose responded. I sent it to you.
I need to see this. And then yeah, my one friend who spent the $300 on drinks then spent like another $1,500 at the strip club, and now he has a kid. That's funny. Pierce and I are talking about your favorite show right now, Young Sheldon. ... Get off me. Can't believe women can't believe how little it takes to get men happy, and that's liking Young Sheldon. Can't believe this.
Oh god, let's read one more. I'm losing it.
All right.
Jesus.
Let's end it off with some Am I the Asshole, shall we? Am I the asshole for trying to take back $80,000 of the $160,000 my spouse spent behind my back? Okay. My husband spent $160,000 investing in baseball cards without telling me. During the same time, he would get mad at me for spending money on meal plans or salon services. I would get yelled at for my disrespectful spending and my financial goals not aligning with his, so he'd say. He did most of this spending on his personal credit card that he paid for with our joint account. For a long time, I didn't have access to our online banking, so I didn't see the amounts he was paying in his credit card. Whenever I would question a $2 $4,000 payment, he would have some excuse and usually would say it was on the family or grocery store. He would refuse to show me his statements. One day, driving to lunch, he mentioned how my friends owed him for the concert tickets I had used his card to buy. I agreed to get the money from them. And mentioning the card, though, I remember just seeing another $4,000 payment came out of our joint. This was after 2 months ago when he promised he had a $2,000 balance and was going to pay it off and stopped using it. So I asked. I thought it was going to be paid off a couple months ago. This was all it took. He launched into me about how I ruined everything. We can't just enjoy the day. This is why my relationships never work. On and dropped me back off to our house and left. It was this outburst that made me realize there was more going on. Oh yeah, that's the tip of the iceberg right there. After lots of back and forth and digging and finally getting him to give me access to his credit card statements, I added up $160,000 in 3 years that he spent. I already realized the financial abuse that has taken place on many levels, and there's so much I'm not including. During all of this, my husband met with a divorce lawyer, then begged me for another chance. This was about a year ago. We're still together, but as you can imagine, the financial issues are only one of many issues we have. At the time, I realized what we had spent, and that I was so ill prepared for a divorce. I started transferring money from our joint to my personal every month. My goal over time is to take my half back, 80,000, and invest how I want to. He was of course mad, but I basically said, "Oh well, he should have considered me when he spent it, and I was only correcting a wrong." Recently, he made sure the money wasn't in the account when my transfer was scheduled. He did this 2 months in a row and said I can no longer do this. I waited for the money to be there and did the transfer anyways. He went nuts, telling me I'm a rat. Is this guy in the mob? He's selling the house, dissolving our business, etc., etc. He says that it's wrong for me to go tit for tat and that I should let it go. The money is just sitting in my account as I have not spent any of it. Am I the asshole for trying to take my half back over time? God damn, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
A heavy one to edit off.
Like why God, I want to hear the comments on this one, honestly.
Okay. the first sentence I noticed, it was like, oh, he just spends it on a lot of baseball cards. I thought this was gonna be a story of like this guy just has problems with like buying so many baseball cards. He's like, I need to get this rare one, and like this would like cause their. But it sounds like there are much deeper things. This first reply says, info, have you actually seen this baseball card collection? I mean, it sounds like he was spending it on other things. In addition, I would insist on the receipts, not just a credit card. I would Google the business on the CC, as it sounds like he was spending it elsewhere. Aside from that, dump him, claw back your money and the divorce, and live a better life. Yeah. I all but guaranteed that his divorce consultant told him that you wouldn't pay him alimony and that you had grounds for financial abuse and mental cruelty. Yeah, not the asshole there. Yep. So the OP did reply to that. Yes, the cards are everywhere, organized in sleeves and boxes. He has many of them PSA graded. I checked all the companies on the statements I was unsure of. Most were grading companies or sellers. Bunch of replies here, but god damn, dude. Open a new account, have any money you make deposited there instead of the joint account. Get a lawyer ASAP, file for divorce. He is continuing the financial abuse, not the asshole. Yeah. Pretty sure OP is the woman, and like, yeah. And always guys that do that, it's like spend so much money, and like wife tries to do something, it's like, no, you can't do that. Yeah, it's controlling. It'd be, yeah, get out of that marriage, miss. Well, it should be missed now.
Facts.
There's a lot more going on there. You're right. That's all I'm gonna say about that. There's a lot more going out there. But yeah, Hawks are about to play. We should wrap this one up.
You're right. Let's end it off there.
E.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for being a friend, a listener for these past 4 years. And here's to another 4 years of the PJ's cast. Playoffs are coming soon. It's the real fun time of the year. Draft flyers gonna be soon too. I mean, soon, you know, it's gonna be the draft. We're gonna have a hell of a time in Vegas. We're gonna have a great time in Charlotte. That's gonna be the off season, but in the off season, we're gonna have a lot of fun topics to talk about. So yeah, looking forward to this. Looking to continue this. And it's always a pleasure doing this with you, Dylan. So yeah, to anyone who listens, please continue to share the word of the PJ's cast. Give us a 5-star rating. That helps on your preferred podcast platform. Check us out on our beautiful faces out on YouTube. Subscribe to us, like these videos, hit the notification bell, all that good, fine and dandy stuff.
Jiggity jazz.
Yes, sir. That's a great way. So for Pierce and Dylan, take it easy, y'all.